I wanted to ask you what you're most looking forward to from the development group workshop and from the discussions that we'll have.
Well, I very much I like to treat this to some extent as a bit of a blank canvas. While some suggested topic areas have been put forward, which I feel personally, and I'm always biased in these matters, do provide a fairly logical progression of sort of statistical techniques. Now, inevitably, no single course can cover everything, and so there always has to be a bit of discipline about deciding what really should go in versus what sadly has to perhaps come out to allow for something arguably more important to go in. So I put together a suggested sort of roadmap for the course about topic areas. I like to think of fairly natural sequencing to them and natural progression to them, but I don't want anyone to feel these are particularly set in stone. I very much welcome input from others, and whether that's on your software packages, specific areas within a topic which prospective module author feels very passionately about and feels should feature. So for myself, this issue of those false positives, false negatives, reproducibility of results, statistical power, statistical significance versus practical significance. So by way of example, in that specific those sort of a couple of modules, those are the sorts of themes I would feel learners would really benefit from. And so I would welcome sort of equivalent input on other subject areas, as I see this very much as a collaborative effort. And indeed, I think the variation, I mean, every prospective module author, I mean, we're all different in terms of how we teach, our style, oral and sort of written as well. And so I think it's good that learners themselves will be exposed to some, let's say, heterogeneity in approach, as they sort of navigate from one subject area to another, as curated by different individuals. And I think this will also benefit them, such that as and when they read, see journal articles from many different sources and written by many different people, they themselves will be written in sort of different styles. And so when one is exposed to variation or sort of from a pedagogical perspective, I feel that that also assists, perhaps more subliminally and perhaps less tangibly, but it does assist those the learners' understanding. So as and when we have these sort of development workshops, I feel anything goes and everything is up for discussion, and it's about trying to hopefully reach as close to consensus as possible on the way forward, but where possible to have a fairly coherent path throughout the course. So I would not wish to see these as sort of silos and these sort of standalone bits. It'd be nice to see these sort of integrated as much as possible. Now that could mean, for example, having a particular data set or small set of data sets which could be used as sort of recurring examples, but then with different methods applied to them. So then you've got that nice sort of threading throughout the course to make things more joined up and more relatable. But I think it is an exciting project. Even now, it's hard to envisage exactly what the final course is going to look like. It will be a process of evolution, and I very much look forward to seeing how this does sort of evolve and hopefully blossom in the coming months.
Fantastic. Thank you, James. Yes, absolutely. The focus on collaboration, as you've said, the collaboration between authors, between yourself and the development group members as well, and our reviewers, and thinking about that kind of iterative development and yes, the kind of connections through the courses as well as the individual modules. So thank you so much for your time, James. I'm really looking forward to working further on the development of the course. But it's been fantastic to talk to you today.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.